We have lost a titan in this space. We have lost a pillar of the MMA YouTube community, Lucas Tracy. Now, I understand people think that, like, I have, like, a weird, like, beef with Lucas. Lucas Tracy is the guy that got me into making a YouTube channel. Like, understand, I owe the embers that started it, like, the fire of my, like, content creation journey that has taken me places that I didn't think it was going to take me, and we'll cover that later on in the video. But I want to give Lucas Tracy his time. Lucas Tracy started me getting into content creation. Lucas Tracy is partly responsible for Cage Side Combos as a entity, okay? And last night, Lucas Tracy let it be known that he will no longer be continuing the Lucas Tracy MMA brand. Now, he did say he is open to coming back. Actually, I'm not gonna waste time reiterating what he said in the video. I actually just want you to listen to what he said. Let me get the volume up.
It's Lucas Tracy MMA, and I am signing off. That's right, you read the title. This is the last final video, maybe not of all time, but for the foreseeable future. Guys, it's time for me to make a tough decision in my life. And I've been thinking about this for the past 6 months. I've been thinking about this since the winter, about, do I just want to do this for a living? I love MMA. I've been watching MMA for years before I ever made content covering it, and I'll be watching MMA for the rest of my life. Unless I get bored of it, which I do not think I will, because I think once you're an MMA fan, you're an MMA fan forever. It's addictive. The sport is addictive. I like being a YouTuber. I like making content. I get to be creative.
At this point in the video, I know I let you listen to quite a bit, but I want to not interrupt his thoughts as much as I would normally do, because this is a pretty sad thing that happened to the MMA community. Now, I have some thoughts of what's going to happen because of this, because this is going to change a lot for a lot of people that is in this space. But the first thing that I thought is that Lucas Tracy is starting something else, okay? Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. I do believe that there's going to be a lot of guys that start off in the MMA space that are going to branch off into something else in YouTube. I've started doing that. Like, I have another account that I do make content on, and I think some of you people end up watching that. I noticed there's a few of you people that go into this comment section and Ethan on Everything comment section. So that's what I thought. I'm going to say no. Lucas Tracy, I do believe, is going to be getting into a business venture, and I hope it works out for him. Because I don't want to sugarcoat this. I don't. This is a very, very weird decision. Like, Lucas Tracy, okay, and like, it's going to sound like a glaze, but he's gone, so it doesn't hit the same. Lucas Tracy was one of the biggest people in the MMA space. I know you see that 103,000 subscribers and you think to yourself, well, I mean, that's not that big. Number one, if you have 100,000 subscribers in the MMA space, dude, you already are one of the most seen people within MMA, okay? Making it in the MMA niche, like, let's be real here. You're either Chael Sonnen, MMA Guru, or you watch Ariel Helwani. Okay, like, there isn't a ton of people that have made it to the tippy top of here. I think that's going to change very, very soon, and I think Lucas Tracy is a side effect of that. But for a while, like, the top people of this game that were not a part of, like, the traditional MMA media were MMA Guru, Lucas Tracy. You can say TJ Love Fights. There's a few other guys that are smaller on there that have made their mark, but I mean, like, really, that's it. Honestly, like, it sounds like a glaze, but Lucas Tracy was objectively one of the higher people in the space. So for him to leave, it has to be for something. I hope it's worth it. Like, I understand. I hope Lucas Tracy gets everything that he wants in this business venture, because I'll be honest with you, dude. If he doesn't, this is a very, very bad move. It just is. I don't know what he's doing. I think it's a business venture because he's not hinting at any type of YouTube channel. He's not hinting at a podcast. I know he wants to do something in like a health business. I've heard some things that he said about that. I think he can get into there. I know that there is like a bodybuilding aspect that he does on the in his free time. I hope it all works out for him. But this is something that's unprecedented. Somebody, like, people are already making jokes about it. Lucas Tracy had a Khabib moment. Granted, I think that's a little bit of a glaze. But at the height of his career in content creation, he decides to step away. I wouldn't say he's pound for pound number one in the space, but he's pound for pound top 5. I don't think that's controversial. You can dislike Lucas Tracy. You cannot agree with his takes. He's the only other YouTuber in this space where I actually had like a legit disagreement. But like, I respect the guy, okay? Like, I'm going to miss him. This was a guy that got me in the content creation. Like, if it weren't for Lucas Tracy, I probably would never have made Cage-Side Convos for TikTok. I wouldn't have made a YouTube channel. And there's a pretty solid, like, there's a pretty solid guess that you could make that I wouldn't have done anything with Ethan on everything. I can understand if it was like something where Lucas Tracy was starting to lose passion for the sport. Because the truth is, part of the reason that I haven't posted on here as much as I used to is because I do other stuff. Understand, I will never say what I do is difficult. It is not. But I do a lot of easy stuff. Okay? I have Cage-Side Convos, the YouTube channel. I have Cage-Side Convos, the TikTok that I've been posting consistently on for people on that account that's reached 70,000 followers. I have the Ethan on Everything TikTok, which is at 210,000, which blew up since we last talked. And the YouTube channel for Ethan on Everything that actually overtook this channel. And I'll be real with you. There was a solid chance that I was going to make a YouTube video very similar to Lucas Tracy, not announcing my retirement. It's not really a retirement. Let's be real. I haven't done enough in this space to deserve calling it a retirement. But, like, just to move away, okay? I still love MMA, and I still make MMA content, but that's just more for TikTok. But then, how I felt when Lucas Tracy left, it felt like I lost a part of my routine, okay? Like, and like, I would hate to do that to the people that go out of their way to subscribe to me on Cage-Side Combos. I feel almost an obligation to make content for people on there that if I didn't like MMA, like, it would be tough. The fact is that I still love watching the UFC. Some of these cards are absolute ass, by the way, but I still love the sport. I think when Lucas Tracy leaving, I'm not even kidding you, and this isn't like about like to tag anything, made me want to come back to more consistent Cage-Side Combo stuff. Now, granted, is it going to be every day? No, it's probably going to be every other day because I have another YouTube channel that's doing very well now. But the feeling that I got off losing Lucas Tracy as a person that I watched in this space honestly did bum me out. It's a sad thing. It really is. What do I think's going to happen? Let me tell you. There is going to be a power vacuum in the MMA space. People have already gone into my comment section for the TikTok pages talking about who they believe is going to be the suitable replacement. I have a few guesses. I think Bedtime MMA has a very solid chance of doing it. Bedtime Crew is a really loyal fan base that I think could get it. There's a few things in the content that I think need the switch. Like, I do think Bedtime MMA really needs to be turning on the webcam. Okay? I'm not the only one that has that take. But Bedtime has the charisma. He has the personality to do it. I think he needs to put a face to the name more often. I know he does that sometimes, but not as much as other people. MMA Che has a really good chance of doing it. I think MMA Che has a very similar fan base to Lucas. I know, like, there's a feud there, but, like, they are very similar people. That's why the beef was so entertaining. People have said MMA Guru. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think people from Lucas Tracy are going to migrate to MMA Guru. Not because MMA Guru is bad, but I think a lot of... Like, I follow Lucas Tracy and Guru. That's most people. Because they are very similar, they just have a different flavor of an MMA fan. And I would put my hat into the running But I be real, I don't post consistently enough within the past few weeks. That's gonna be changing because I'll be real with you, bro. Does this change the MMA space? 100%. The fact is we lost one of the biggest people in the MMA space, and it truly is a pretty big thing. I'm making a dedicated video for it because the loss of Lucas Tracy in the MMA space is going to be something that we're going to be feeling the consequences of within the next coming months. There is a power vacuum that has been created in MMA media that the UFC cannot fill. ESPN cannot fill it because corporate MMA is a cancer that I believe is going to go extinct if YouTubers continue on the same thing. MMA Guru, Bedtime MMA, MMA Che, these are the people that if they were to disappear, like if Guru were to retire, okay, like if Guru were to say something a little bit too edgy about the UK riots right now, and let's say he gets thrown in the jail because apparently that's what they're doing now, which is wild, by the way. I'm gonna stay away from politics, but it is wild and it does matter in this story. Do you have any idea how, like, turned upside down MMA media would be? The power struggle would be absolutely insane. Whether Guru or Lucas Tracy want to admit it, they are a pillar of the community. And if I could tell Lucas not to retire, I would. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it is going to leave a lot of opportunities. Like, I'll tell you this right now. To any aspiring MMA YouTuber that is in my comment section who has watched my stuff in any previous time, if you want to start any type of MMA YouTube, MMA TikTok, anything right now, this is the greatest time to do it because now there is going to be a power struggle in MMA YouTube. I'll throw my hat in the ring. I know MMA Say's doing it. I know Bedtime's doing it. And I'm very interested to see how this plays out. People that are even lesser known, like a left lane MMA. These are people that are going to be trying to collect the Lucas Tracy fan base. I'm just telling you, this isn't meant to be oh, well, I'm going to be. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to try, though. It's going to be very different within the next coming weeks. And to be honest with you, this is kind of making MMA YouTube very, very interesting. And I'm very excited to see how things turn out. But yeah, call this my re-entrance into MMA YouTube, and I'll be real, part of the reason that I took some time off is I did feel like I wasn't needed. I didn't know what I brought that was different to it. People already think I talk like Chael. This is literally how I speak. Look at the other YouTube channel. That is how I talk. But hey, if Lucas is away, there's going to be a very large hole that needs to be filled. Expect more videos coming out of this channel. And this is a pretty sad loss to the MMA community. I hope Lucas does come back. I'm genuine on there. I would really like for Lucas to come back for big fights, okay? But yeah, this is just a formal warning to how things are going to be different moving forward. Loss of a pillar of the MMA community. Going to be a sad day. And I hope everyone has a great day. To you Lucas Tracy fans, I'm sorry, bro. I really hope that you find somebody. And maybe this channel is your new home. I don't know. Probably Bedtime or MMA Che. I hope you find a new home. A lot of you guys don't want to go to MMA Guru. I don't completely understand it, but whatever. And with all that being said, I hope everyone has a great day. And I will see you all next time. Adios.